Hi guys, John here, Common Sense Outdoors. So let me move you in closer and then we're going to have a little... So what I want to talk about is surviving a snow situation. Whether that's you're out in the woods, hiking, hunting, or looking for that perfect Christmas tree, you get caught in a snowstorm. This happens all the time. In fact, quick story, about 20 years ago, a guy that worked at the same place I worked at was elk hunting in the snow. Heavy snowstorm came in, couldn't even see where you had stepped. Snowed so hard. Now, if we go back to the fact that search and rescue and the scouts, as far as I know, still to this day teach hug a tree. And that's partially right in the fact that hug a tree is supposed to mean stay put. But to literally sit down against a tree and stop is not an option. Now that guy that worked at the same place I did was found leaned up against a tree, sitting there trying to stay warm after the snow thawed. It happens all the time. If you cannot get fire in this situation, you do not get to stop and sit down. Most likely, as soon as you realize you're in trouble, you're going to get a little panic, you're going to speed up a little bit. Obviously, being out in this temperature, you're going to be bundled up to begin with. So once you start to panic and speed up, you're going to overheat, most likely going to perspire. As soon as you stop and you sit down against a tree, you're going to freeze. Your sweat's going to freeze to your skin, suck all the body heat out of your body, and that's going to be the last of you. So assuming you get into a situation like this and you can't make fire, if you can make fire, it's a whole different game. But if you can't make fire, you do not get to sit and stop. You can't. You'll die. So what am I saying? Keep moving? Keep trying to find your way out, whatever? Not at all. As soon as you realize you're in a predicament, you do need to stay put, but you don't get to stay still. The best way is if you can find the biggest tree around you with lots of thick branches, so that you'll get some kind of cover underneath that tree. And if you have to, walk circles. Wear yourself a path in the snow and walk circles around that tree. If it's a small tree, you might want to find two trees 4 to 6 feet apart and just do laps around those two trees, so that you're staying put but you're not staying still, because as soon as you stop and stay still, you're going to get too cold. So it's just a tip I wanted to put out there. I mean, I wouldn't be trying to talk about this if it didn't happen all the time. Experienced woodsmen, hunters, all the time get caught in a snowstorm and they'll stop and sit down next to a tree to wait it out. You cannot do that. You cannot stop and let yourself freeze. You have to stay moving. Whether that, you don't have to walk laps around the tree or two trees. If you'd rather just stand there and exercise and make sure you're moving your toes and wiggling and moving all your joints and keeping your blood flowing, it's up to you, but you have to keep moving. And so if it's almost dark when this happens, it's going to be a long night. You're going to be up all night. You're going to be having to stay moving, but you don't get to stop and sit down next to that tree. That'll be the end of you. So, finally got some snow here. Thought it'd be a good time to talk about it. Something that I've been wanting to talk about. Like I say, it happens. You wouldn't think it would happen. You'd think common sense would tell you you don't get to do that. But it happens, and I think part of it is the search and rescue and the scouts teaching hug a tree. Probably some different words for that would make more sense, because the hug a tree part is to get you to stay put. not to literally sit down against a tree. So anyways, pretty cold out here. I think I'm gonna head back to the house. Hope you enjoyed the video. We'll walk through the woods. The deer, I got a couple pictures. There's actually a deer still right back there. I can see it from here. I got a couple pictures of the deer I'll add to the video for you at the end here, and thanks for watching. We'll see you again real soon, I hope.